Hi everybody, welcome back to Cids Modern Life Season 2, episode 189 with me, Cid, and you. I'm just kind of doing some between episode work at the moment. We're not working over in the dinosaur area, but if you recall last episode, I spawned in Sexy Rexy. Well, I didn't spawn him in, we hatched T-Rex, or Sexy Rexy, and because the T-Rex is such an aggressive boy, and quite a large dinosaur, I didn't want to run the risk of accidentally killing him by, pardon me, spawning him in a space that was too small for him, and also not having the capacity to catch him, or because they're aggressive. It's a T-Rex, I mean, what do you expect? So what I've been doing is I'm just going to wait for my wings to recharge. I'm draining the water features in this area of Jurassic Land, ready to build the water aquatic exhibits. Now, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do every single possible aquatic exhibit. Just because we've only got a limited amount of space, and obviously as we are working towards a finale, if you like, of this season, we've also got a limited amount of time. So trying to get a lot of work done between episodes, certainly a lot of the grindy work that I can do while I'm, just, I don't know, watching somebody else's video or whatever it may be, and getting that done. So yeah, this is what we're doing over here. There's a lot of caves on this one. I've already done it. I'll show you what I've done over there in a moment, but using the destruction gadget, I know I generally speaking don't like using the destruction gadget, just because I kind of find myself being one of these I've referred to it before as a skyblock mentality. It is no, you're greasers, aren't you? It's all right. I keep on getting attacked by Komodos, and yeah, don't want to be attacked by Komodos, so that's the thing. What's going on there? Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Bam. So, but the destruction gadget just handles this so much better, because I can just go down, place a block. I've got it set quite small. I could make it bigger, but I like the precision, the element of control over the. Oh, that was not good. My wings ran out while yeah, they did, damn it. Let's bring that a lot back, and then we can place you and you. There we go, that's better. Right, and my wings have recharged now as well. So yeah, this is fairly easy and grindy pre-work, but it has the advantage that I'm keeping Rex's area loaded, and consequently I think I probably need to try and destroy some water source blocks here. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. The destruction gadget is oddly, and sometimes just a little less than perfect in its handling of source blocks and the likes, but easy enough to, take them out. And then what we end up with is a very deep, well, not very deep, a reasonably deep, I suppose, would be a better descriptor of this. Area that we can then build walls in, floors, lighting, glass viewing out under oh, we're not quite ready there yet, are we? Okay. Underground viewing areas of the bits, and that should give us that. So let's get another night. Now I can't remember whether I mentioned in the last episode, I tried to accelerate Rex's growth by sleeping in the hammock and the sleeping bag correspondingly, and it did not play nicely at all. It didn't help in the least. So yeah, tried to use the clever man's version, and I suppose failed. So yeah, we got this area, probably big enough for two smallish things. There's obviously some caves down there. Then this is all drained over here, all the way around over there, all the way around over here and there. And I've brought the road around here, so we've got room for enclosures at the side here, and we'll get like a visitor centre. This will continue on round. We'll put a bridge over this river. I'm going to leave that river intact because I like it. And yeah, that is more or less it at the moment. Right, let's go and see how Rex is doing. Let me just walk over so we can charge our wings, because trust me, the last thing I want to do is fall in that enclosure with my flight being exhausted. But he's quite a big fella now. Look, he's considerably larger than when we last left him. He's 10. He's 2 days off his maximum growth. He's a big old dino, and yeah, you don't want to get on the bad side of him. Anyway, we are not working here today. We are going back over and working on the aviary, but I just wanted to give you an update of where we are. As I say, 189. So that's basically, this is the 11th counting down. So the next video will be in the top 10. The 10 videos counting down to the end of season 2. We'll see how much we can get done in that time. I'm not going to cry if I don't get things done, but you know, I would like to try and get as much done as humanly possible. So curious as to how much. Let me just turn my magnet ring off, and let's just go very quickly go and have a look at how the bedrock mining things are doing, because they've been going all the time I've been doing this as well, which is, well, he goes up, so it's 10 Minecraft days, isn't it? Which is, I think so, still working. These are going down rapidly. I actually don't know what happens to these blocks once they've been exhausted, so I will be interested to find out. Anyway, we're not here for that. We're here to go and work on the aviary. Let me just go and get myself together, and I shall be right back with you. Alright, we're over here. I've just picked up some materials. We should now have a bunch of these eggs. These are woodland bird eggs, so we're going to build a woodland dome. We already have a kind of a woodland pondy dome. This one's going to be a woodland without pondy dome. First instance though, we do need to just get a dome down, and somehow, I don't know how, a toucan, where's he gone? There's a toucan in here somewhere. There he is. He's got in. God knows only how, I don't know. What can you say? There's a toucan in my base. Now, oh, that's Sakura. Oh, I got the wrong wood. Okay. I need to head back and grab some Sakura then, don't I? I brought ironwood for some peculiar reason. Is there anything else I'm missing while I think about this? Ashen wood, and those we've got in one of my boxes. We've got quite a bit of that. Shouldn't need a huge amount. We're down to the last 2 domes now, and 1 exhibit piece, which will probably be the last thing we do in the series, actually. But let me get the ashen, take a bit of that and a bit of that, and Sakura. We'll take all of those and a couple of those, and then we'll probably use some of the. We'll use a variety of saplings. I'm thinking some of the coloured saplings, maybe maples and things in this one, just to give it a different kind of vibe. So again, once again, we are going to do a dome. It's going to be the same size and of the normal domes, not the big tall dome. Although I might just actually raise this one up a little bit, because I would like to. I think we'll get away with this actually. So what was this anyway? This was 1, 2. I'll find a space that's not got weirdness going on at the side. So that needs to be hooked into the labs, and then we've got it's a 9, 2, 9, 2, 2, 9, 2, 9, 3 2s and a 1 to start off with. Well, that's simple enough. Let's get out here and start digging this out. It's going to take a hot minute, so I'll be back in a moo. Alright, so I've got a shaping. I've not done the bottom half in glass. I've decided to do it in slightly different. I've done a bit of marble for this time. It's what I had on me. Primarily, the colour palette was not chosen with any degree of science in mind. It was almost entirely just expedience, basically. I had it on me, so I used it. And now I am just getting the first layer of glass in on the dome. Not the most interesting process, as you can imagine, and almost part of one of the drawbacks with sometimes building like this is that you get into what's the word I'm looking for here? You end up with a copy mentality. You're copying what you've done before, and there's nothing wrong with copying, obviously, because there's a theme to this build, and that theme is as much part of the build as anything else. But the downside is it tends to stifle creativity if you're not careful. Just throw that on the ground. I'm going to pick that up in a second again. I know I am. To the extent that if you're not careful, how many have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. You tend to start doing the same builds over and over, and you can get very typecast maybe in what you do. So personally, I would always suggest to people that they should always try and challenge themselves to do something slightly different every time. It doesn't matter. I mean, I suspect I will be doing some domes in season 3 because we're in 1.114, which means we've got the update aquatic, for example, to play with. What we've got there: a 3, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 3, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 1, a 2. Yeah, and if I work underwater, then domes are kind of naturally lead to that shape. Anyway, I've got a fair amount of glass to place, so again, I shall be back momentarily. Alright, and that should just about do it. I love making domes. I'm not a big fan. I've made quite a few of this series though, so I think I'm justified in disliking them now. And we'll just for ease of access pop in this way, wee, plonk, and get rid of that lot. So there we go, we have our dome. We need to landscape it, we need to put some foliage in, we need to go this way for our last dome. I also need what do I need? I need some things. I'm just trying to think what I need now. I was thinking I need some stuff. Yeah, I'll work out what I need. I'm going to need some decorative items, such as the benches and everything. So I suppose we can grab that and take that with us and go and sort out that lot. Get the thing, but yeah, this has been quite the fun build. Right, let's head over there before my wings run out. And grab some deco craft bits and pieces for the place, and yeah, and some other bits and pieces that I think we'll need as well, like saplings and the likes. I don't know why I put that there. Yeah, you can go in there for now. Yeah, back in a moment. Alright, so we've got a few bits together. First thing we need to tackle is the immediate problem we have with all of these domes, that the central cross spline bit is spawnable. However, if we let's have a look at F7, if we come down and say let's do that. Oh, what am I missing? What's in there? Oh, no, that should be. Am I not miss? Hang on then. Let me just check my glowstone. Do I not have? No, he's like slowly sliding down there. Do I not have in these various pouches any bloody glowstone? Not in that one. And not in that one. Okay. That's easy to fix. That would have been easy to fix. Right, I need some glowstone. Let me go and get that sorted out, and I shall be right back with you. Alright, that should fix us. So I was going to go there, wasn't I, like a saw. And what we'll do is we'll basically run around the edge, make sure that all of these blocks are unspawnable. Where there are spawnable blocks, we'll fix it. And, you know, we'll just generally make this so we don't come in one day and find a pile of mobs stood on top of me aviary, because nobody likes mobs all over their aviary. Aviary should be, you know, a man's aviary should be mob free, and that's what we're aiming for here, a mob free aviary. Well, not mob free, because obviously we're going to stick our own mobs in it, but let's do that. Do it on that. That's a good place to do it. Just there, look. So yeah, just stick the old hidden light down, and then we can move on to the interior. Now I would like to take that. I want to take that out, and I would like to put you in there. Now, does that sufficiently illuminate? It does. So we'll close this off. I know it's not closed because obviously I've got that bit there. We need next, we need to come in here, and let me just double check how these work. I've got 1, 2, 3 gap of 3. Okay, and that will go out that way. Now I am leaving this I'm going to fill, but I am leaving this half over here because the next dome will clip into this, and I'm going to basically expand on this because we need to. This is the easier of the two domes, let's just put it that way. The two remaining domes are this one, which is the woodland, I suppose the deciduous kind of forest woodland dome with the owls and tigers and no, just owls, and that will come out into this one, which is going to be the what's the word I'm looking for here? There is a word, I will get it eventually. The sea bird dome, that's the word. See, told you I'd get it eventually. What did I do with the roof in there? I can't remember. It is Sakura. We'll take that. This is going to be interesting, because I'm going to be fairly certain I don't have the glass for that. Just because I'm fairly certain I don't actually have the glass for it. But we'll pow. Or, you know, just putting it out there, maybe we did have the glass for it. Right, I've got in here some bits, including those. One goes there, one goes there, one goes there, one goes there. I would like, let me just get rid of those. I would like to take a couple of these, and one goes there, one goes there. Other side, actually. That's surprising. I thought I would have done that. And then finally, out of the bits in there that we need to do, we need one of these chests has got, is it that one? Yes. And again, I did, what did I do in there? It's just plain white lab blocks. So they just go in like so. Yeah, so one of the things I'm thinking of for the seabird things is to actually have a simulated coast with some cliffs and put the nests on the cliffs, but that means we're going to have to go deep. So whereas we went tall with that one, this one's going to go in. We'll come out on the cliff top and we'll have, you know, so many blocks further down will be a cliff top. That's, you know, what you expect to find, isn't it? Right, so for now, however, what we will do is we'll fill in from here. Right, where is the top of that? That's probably got room for one more, and then we'll put grass onto that. Like so. So yeah, let me just fill this in, get this system all blocked in, and we'll see just what we can see. All right, the basics is down. We've got this is filled in. This will come around to another dome, similar size to that. May even build the dome off camera for the next one, just to get so we can get to the interior. This is fully full of stuff. I brought some podzol across because I thought that might come in useful. However, what I do want to do is in a few key places I would like to elevate the terrain, just give it a little bit more shape. We've got a few little tricks to play in here. We also have to light this as well. There'll be some visible lighting and hidden lighting, so you know, usual kind of thing really. But again, I don't want to go too mad. I don't want these to be too tall because we've got to get trees to grow on these, and obviously if the height of the terrain features is too high, they just won't grow. So in some cases I may even just do it like that. Then maybe do, oh hang on, missed a block. Do another one over in this corner, but what I'm going to do on this case is bring this around like that, I think. No particular reason, this is again completely winging it, kind of organic building at this stage, but then terrain should be organic, so actually, you know, too much planning can make terrain look too artificial. Which, you know, is a bad thing. TM. Do I want to do any more? I think that's enough. Now, what I do want to do on this side, and I don't know, have I got a shovel? That is a good question. Do I actually own anywhere? I do. So I've got a supercharger on, look. So my thoughts are we're going to just go with standard path coming through here. We'll take a bit of a path out this way. We'll come through to a clearing in the middle. Maybe a bit more over here, and then carry on through here. Like that. I don't think we need anything more really, just real basic. Get a path down, get it in. Right, now, armed with that, let me take, oh, bum, damn you to heck. I'm back. Right, that's no longer going to be a problem. We don't need that anymore. Let me just plop you there. So first things first, let's think about the trees. I definitely want some of you. I'm going to need a wee bit of this. Probably a slightly less wee bit than that. So maple, the maple colours in this are actually pretty, oops, how helps if you have the right things. Can we get you to grow there? Probably not. Doesn't help that I've put that down. Let's get a maple, try the maple somewhere else then. Grow. It doesn't want to grow. Bit further away. Maybe I did need all of that bone meal. I don't know what else I can do to make that grow. That is, you know, that's pretty insane. Alright. Forget maple then. There you go. Maple is off the menu. Alright, what's next? Let's get a bit of sakura in there. Not too much of this though, because I don't want this to be the predominant. I don't want pink everywhere. You know, this is supposed to be a woodland biome, not a Japanese woodland biome. So that enough? Yeah, I think that's enough for sakura. So pop that down there. We'll pop that down there. Now I have brought a couple of weird ones. Ghostwood saplings. Oh, I didn't know whether they would require netherrack to grow. These will look, in some respects, a little odd, but they just counter. They'll give that a little bit more splash of colour around the place. And again, don't want to go too mad with these. Maybe just a couple, and then we can come back to the next real odd one, which of course is the ashen sapling. Now that one does require. Now this shouldn't grow in the overworld at all, but again, I think it would be a nice counter colour. And it's got that peculiar little effect there. Now, I do need to head out for that though, because I've got some leaves on the outside, which is a pain. Hopefully this respects the leaves, respect the bound. Yes, they do. They're just confused, aren't they? Oh, hello. Oh, that's why. You managed to spike a... Perfect, oh well. I mean, the leaves have not replaced anything, so that's okay. Again, we're going to throw predominantly the usual kind of colours in here. So, I'm just throwing in some stuff that makes it, you know, different. And I think again 2 will be enough, and then we'll throw in the main colours. We'll throw in the main trees. How did that work? That was fine. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Right, let's go and start off with birch and oak. Come on. It's always going to be a pain if you're that close, too close to the edge. But we should be able to get these to grow pretty easily. More or less anywhere we want, I think. And if we can't get these to grow, then oak will probably grow there. Because oak's a lot less picky. But we'll get a few of these down. Throw in a few oak. Let's try that oak over there. See whether I can get an oak to grow there. Come on, you can do it. No, I have got an answer to that. It's not a problem. Yeah. Let me just continue on with these and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so once we've got this down, the next thing we can start with is the seating around the place. We've got a few bin. I didn't really want that to be. Oh God, doesn't matter. Does not matter. We'll stick you in like that. A few bird boxes. I know the birds aren't going to use them. We do need some nests actually as well. I didn't bring any of those with me. I'll probably want some things. I've got a couple of logs. I got this just a whimsical item. We'll stick just a few logs down around the place as well. Put some hotwood trees down to give it some bush, so that's all good. And we'll pop this. Put the pup there. Just the so timber, you know, it's a wolf, okay? They, you know, lives in forest, wolves, that kind of thing. Now, at the moment, this is completely unlit, so the next thing we need to think about is lighting for this. Now, I should have various forms of lighting about, but none of those really suit. These are all our modern lights, and what I would actually like is some older lights. So let me go and get some rustic bits and pieces together. Anything else I want while I'm thinking about it? Yeah, fence posts. Okay, get those back in a sec. Alright, so visible lighting is going to be in one of my favourite, and again this does kind of pander to what I was saying about people doing things the way they do them, and getting into a habit. I have a habit for rural builds in doing this kind of thing. You know, I'm not going to apologise. It's a thing that I have found to work quite well over the years. So consequently, you know, I do it. And yeah, the fact it works just illustrates, you know, these things work well. And sometimes Just because something you've done it before doesn't mean you shouldn't do it again. I suppose that's the first thing I should say about my thing. It just because, you know, it doesn't matter that you've done it before if it works. Of course, if you screw up like that, then that will do it. I'm going to do hidden light over here, I think. So if I jump in and grab that, I can place those in there where they actually belong. That can go back in there. Now I've also got a couple of bits of podzol and some of that. Let me get rid of one of the podzol, get rid of you. I'm going to keep hold of the bone meal, and I'm itching a bit more podzol. So what I would like to do is replace out some of these underneath these trees with podzol, just to give it the illusion of being, you know, leaf litter and decay and darker under them. In fact, I might do it under them all just to do that. And then once we've done that, the other thing I have got, which I didn't pick up, just to add to that is, or did I pick it up? No, I didn't. There they are. Is these, which again will just give us that image of, you know, a living forest. So let me get that done, and we're going to sort out the hidden lighting once I've done all of that, and then we'll get the birds released. Oh, nests, that was what I needed. I'll go and get some nests as well. See you in a minute. Alright, last things last, put some nests in and we are sorted. We can release the birdies and they can, you know, do birdie things. I think that's enough. It's looking, I think it's looking quite reasonable. I do want to pick that up, and let's have a look at owls for starters. How many owls should we have? One. Oh, it's a twit-twoo owl. Just as well. You know the owls that say who? You always want to have the owl that corrects them with whom. Oh, a little white owl. One, two, three, 4 owls. 4 owls should be enough, I think. Cardinals. Stick 5 cardinals in. Blue jays. Sorry. A few blue jays. Magpies, nature's little thieves. Always remind me, make me think of they always to me look like they're wearing pantaloons. And peafowls. We could do with it a male though, I think. Or maybe they are. Hang on. You can't. One more. There we go. Another bird dome. Now, question is, where to take the screenshot? I think we'll do this one from outside because I'm beginning. This is starting to look. Missed. This is to me is starting to look pretty impressive. So let's go there. Let me get back down before I kill myself. And yeah, one more dome for the aviary and an exhibit. A few little bits of tidying up, connecting up the bits, but the last dome over there will be the sea dome, and I think on that note, I am going to call this one an episode. I'm not entirely sure how long I've been recording. It's probably roughly coming up to time. So yeah, pigs are spawning elsewhere. They're getting bloody everywhere. So we're getting pigs spawning actually inside some of the environments now, which is a pain. But this particular area has done really well. It did have a whole load of birds up here. I don't know. Hey, no, anyway, on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. Next episode, I'm not sure exactly whether I'm going to work on this or the last dome or the or maybe some of the dinosaur stuff, or maybe something completely different. I don't know. But on that note, thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.